Alya had always wanted to be a normal teenager. She dreamed of group chats, sleepovers, laughter in the school hallways. But reality often felt like the complete opposite. Social anxiety clung to her like a shadow, always present, always loud. For years, her parents homeschooled her, thinking it was safer. But as she grew older, they realized she needed more than safety. She needed experience. So with cautious hope, they enrolled her in high school. Her first day was brutal. The hallways felt like a blur. Too many voices, too many eyes, and not enough air. Her heart pounded, her hands trembled, and her vision blurred. In a panic, she slipped away and hid in a quiet hallway near the art wing, trying to breathe, trying not to cry. That's when she met him. A boy with messy dark hair, a quiet smile, and the kind of calm presence she could feel even without him speaking. "Haruto, you okay?" he asked gently. She couldn't answer. She could barely breathe. He didn't flinch. Instead, he knelt beside her, handed her a small pack of sour candies, and softly coached her through a calming routine. Deep breaths, grounding techniques, light distractions. Slowly, the world steadied. "How do you know how to do this?" she asked between shaky breaths. "I have experience," he said with a shrug, but offered no more. Once she was calm, he smiled, waved, and left, like nothing had happened. But to her, it meant everything. The next day, Alya felt a little stronger. Maybe not brave, but not broken either. In literature class, she sat next to a bubbly, confident girl named Nooni, who immediately introduced herself and insisted they become friends. Alya was hesitant, but Nooni didn't seem to mind her quiet nature. When another anxiety episode crept up later that week, it was Nooni who took her hand and led her outside for air, just like Haruto had done. Alya often wondered about the boy in the hallway. Days passed, then weeks, until one afternoon she saw him, sitting at a grand piano in the music room, rehearsing for the school band concert. She watched from the hallway unnoticed. From then on, whenever they crossed paths, they exchanged a soft, familiar hi. One day, Nooni invited Alya to a party. The thought alone made her stomach turn. But Nooni promised they'd leave if it got too overwhelming. At the party, it didn't take long for the noise and crowd to send her spiraling. She slipped outside into the garden, her breathing uneven. And there he was, Haruto. Again, they walked and talked under the stars, just the two of them. He made her laugh, really laugh, and at the end of the night, they exchanged numbers. From then on, they became close. They texted, studied, went for walks. Slowly, Alya began to feel less like a ghost and more like herself. She started to fall for him, but fear held her back. What if he didn't want someone with panic attacks and a mind that never stopped spinning? Then, during a family party, Alya accidentally drank from the wrong glass and got a little too drunk. That night, she called Haruto and spilled every secret feeling she had. Her love for him, her fear of rejection, everything. The next morning, Haruto was waiting by the school gates. "Did you mean what you said last night?" he asked. Alya blinked. "What did I say?" He only smiled. "Come on, let's walk." Weeks passed, and during a school trip, flashes of the call came back to her. Mortified, she avoided him until he pulled her aside. "What's going on?" he asked. "I remembered something," she whispered, cheeks burning. "I was waiting for that," he said softly. Then he leaned in, kissed her gently, and added, "I've felt the same way for